Put down your phone. This is a topic I was really interested in when I started doing this project. Have you ever wondered how much time you actually spend on your phone? Well, I was really curious, so I took a group of people at the job that I work at, and I asked them to use the new iPhone feature, Screen Time, to see how much time they spent per day on their phone. The average? 4 hours and 5 minutes per day. 4 hours. That's enough time to watch 2 movies. That's enough time to get all the way from San Antonio past Houston, Texas. The highest of these numbers was from a 16-year-old. 8 hours and 36 minutes per day. When asked to justify that much time on her phone, her response was, "I don't go to sleep until 5:30 in the morning." So let's go back. The history of cell phones. The very first cell phones were known as car phones because they were so heavy that nobody wanted to take them out of their cars. They were just there for convenience if you needed to make a call. Fast forward to 2004, we get the first BlackBerry. Now we have, in 2007, the iPhone, and in 2010, Samsung came out with the Galaxy. Today, approximately 223 million Americans have smartphones. That's almost 70% of the population. So why do we spend so much time on our phones? The answer is addiction. See, every time you pick up your phone and you start scrolling through your social media, you get a dopamine receptor that lights up. You scroll again, and it lights up again. And your brain wants you to keep lighting up that dopamine receptor. It initiates a desire and an award response. Every time you swipe, you initiate a new pathway. This is known as a mesolimbic pathway. The more pathways, the more dopamine you need to fill those pathways. One of the biggest accreditors to this addiction is social media. On this graph you see from Pew Research Center, done in 2018, there's an upward trend of the number of adults in the USA who have social media. Right now, it's at about 74% of adults. A study done by Sid Q and Singh in 2016, doctors from the International Journal of Computer Research and Technological Centers, this is accredited to 5 key behaviors. It all has to do with putting information out, receiving information back, judging the information that you're seeing, getting judgment from others, and then comparing what you're seeing. My house is bigger. My hair is longer, and so on and so forth. The problem that we really get into is with children. Science and research shows that you should not let your children have screen time until about 18 to 24 months. The reason for this is that the cerebral cortex inside the brain begins to thin due to the overactive amount of screen time. A thinning cortex initiates maturation. Now, this is okay, you have children that are growing up faster. The problem is the brain is ready and the body is not. This initiates early puberty in young children, kids that aren't ready. Anderson Cooper from CBS News interviewed a doctor who did a research study on 15 young children. He gave them each 3 toys: a plastic guitar, an iPad that played music, and an iPad with a game that initiated awards with colors, lights, and sound. After an allotted amount of time, the kids were asked to return the toys that they were given. 66% of kids gave back the guitar without any question. 60% gave back the iPad playing music. And then a dramatic drop to 45% of the young children gave back the iPad with the colors and the lights and the sounds. Another issue we get into with the addiction is texting and driving. I know people who text and drive. I see people who text and drive, and not even texting and driving, but scrolling through social media. Edgar and Singer and Associates, a law firm that deals with things such as this, presents a lot of statistics. 5 seconds looking down at your phone, going 55 miles an hour. You travel the length of a football field. When texting and driving, you are 6 times more likely to get into a car accident than a drunk driver. And in 2016, 3,450 people were killed because of distracted driving accidents. 263 of those were teenagers. There are so many other things to do than to sit and look at your phone. You can go for a walk or a jog or a hike. You can go hang out with friends. You can read a book. You can write a book, paint a picture, talk to people, share a new idea. Remember, technology is here and it's alive and it's growing. Make sure that it's a tool that you use and not a tool that uses you. Thank you.